Hello, this is Headrat, and welcome back to my Let's Play series. Today we're looking at episode 2, and this is based on a game that I like to play called Super Energy Apocalypse Recycled. This is actually the sequel to Super Energy Apocalypse, funny enough, but in my opinion it's a much better game. It's quite an old game. As you can see down here, it's copyright 2008, and so you've probably played it before. If not, it's definitely worth a look, and I'll put a link to where you can get the game from in the description below. So let's get straight on with it. You've got different modes you can play, sandbox or campaign. So we're going to play the campaign mode on normal level. You've got 3 different levels. Play the average level. Chapter 1, sounds like a plan. Let's go. So we get the story. The story basically is that the world has come to an end, naturally. There's lots of zombies everywhere. The reason why it's come to an end is because we ran out of energy, and so lots of horrible, nasty things began happening. So we've got to try and rebuild the world and overcome the super energy apocalypse. So let's begin. Okay, so this is our hero, as our protagonist. Our main protagonist is Dr. Verstwagen, and she is basically us, if you like, and we'll follow her story throughout, and as she tries to battle these zombies. And here they come. So let's press the next button and find out where they're coming from. Okay, so here come the zombies. They're quite cute, really, for zombies. Not your traditional type. They look more like spiders with half as many legs as they should do. But apparently they're also quite weak, certainly to start with, and so we've managed to wipe out the first wave of the zombies. So if we have a look around our user interface here, we've got all sorts of stuff going on at the top. We have an area for energy, we have an area that tells us food, smog, which is bad, energy, food, good, smog, bad. All sorts of other resources that we can have, like research, metal, natural gas, oil and coal. We have an area here that tells us our mission, which is currently survive the zombies, and the time we have before daylight changes to night or night turns to day. At the moment it's dark, as you can see. It says here the wind is normal but the sun is dark, apparently. I think that means it's night time. So let's see how it goes. As you go through the first few chapters, this is chapter 1, you get help in what all the different functions are. Down here on the right, this black area here will eventually become filled with different buttons that we can click to do things, to build stuff. And at the moment she's just telling us about this button down here. It's the only one we've got, and that's how we can repair all our different items of equipment, our different buildings, weapons, all that sort of thing. So you can do that 2 ways. Click the repair all, or you can click the individual gun or item. It tells you how many hit points it's got, what materials it uses every time it shoots, and damage per shot. So we've got to build a factory now. Alright, so factories will be the first button that we have control of. So let's skip through that. Here's our factory. You click it, drag over, and place. It's really simple. You can't really get a much easier interface, really. We now need to build some garbage trucks so that we can get rid of some of this rubbish. So to do that, we click on the factory, and that allows us to choose 2 things to build. At the moment we can only build garbage trucks, so let's build one of those.
Garbage truck.
There we go, and that's very helpful information. They're telling us that there is indeed a garbage truck that has been built. So once we've got our garbage truck, we need to put the rubbish somewhere, and that's going to go into a landfill. Now the landfill I'm going to build here because it's a nice protected area just behind the guns and close to the rubbish, so let's put it there. And that we have a new objective. We've got to clean up all the garbage. So let's build some more trucks. 1 isn't going to do it in a very quick time,
Garbage
so
truck.
let's have 5.
Garbage truck. Garbage truck. Garbage truck.
There we go. And just in case we didn't know what we built, the chap very helpfully tells us we built some garbage trucks. So what we need to do now is to repair our gun. It's looking a bit damaged there, so let's click repair all. and that can be repairing whilst the garbage trucks are picking up all the rubbish. And you can see the different rubbish here. You've got different categories of rubbish. If we click on our landfill, you can see that we've built up some scrap, you've got useful, organic, and junk. Junk is pretty much rubbish, but these other three categories, scrap, useful, and organic, we can turn into some goodies. Scrap gets turned into metal, for example, helps with firing bullets and building things. Useful is turned into energy, and organic is turned into natural gas. And that's very important because we'll need lots of that later. So, Dr. Verstwagen, what's happening now? Right, we've been told basically that we need to make sure that we get rid of the garbage as much as possible, because zombies, although they're weak to begin with, if they eat some leftover rubbish lying around, they get stronger. So that's bad. Okay, so we've got to build some floodlights. Now, at the moment, we haven't got, as I say, very many buttons over here. We've got this demolish button as well. But we're going to get a new button now, and that's building defences. So here's our defence button. Click that. We've got all sorts of different defences that we will get. At the moment, we've got floodlights and gun turrets. You'll notice there's little green numbers or letters on the corners of these buttons. They're keyboard shortcuts, so I'm going to use that to build my floodlights. So on there, button number 1 builds more. So 4 floodlights. Now we have to wait for dark. Okay, well that seems a very easy objective to achieve. We'll do our best to do it for you, Dr. Verstwagen. Here we are, waiting for dark. You'll notice most of these are greyed out at the minute. One of the good things about this game is that it will take you through all the different sort of options one at a time. It's rather than have a tutorial, it's actually in the early chapters of the game. So here we go. We're got the zombies coming, and we're going to try and destroy them. So let's skip. And here they come. Oh, there's quite a few this time. Okay, so they seem to be attacking us. So down here, the repair all has a shortcut as well. That's the R button. So we can... Oh, and we've actually managed to finish the game. Well, there we go. Brilliant. We have finished level 1. It was tough. It was tough, I must admit. It was hard going. But I got there in the end, and we got 2,000 points to show for it, which is great. So chapter 1, 2,000 points. Don't click on the submit score, because 2,000 actually isn't that good, to be perfectly honest. But we'll get more later. So let's click OK. And go on to chapter 2. So here we have Dr. Verstwagen on chapter 2, Get Juiced. Can anyone hear me? This is Dr. Anastasia Verstwagen from the New Texas Advanced Research Center. Well, there we go. She's very formal. Oh, we got a butch dude here. He looks rather tough. Ralph Remington. Copy that, Doctor. This is Ralph Remington, nuclear engineer. Welcome to New Houston, or what's left of it. Well, it's all very dramatic stuff. So, I guess. Howdy, Ralph. Well, she's quite jolly. What's your situation? Well, let's find out what his situation is. It's not good, Doctor. We've been guarding these coal deposits from bandits. Bandits as well, apparently. Good news is, well, actually, no spoilers for the moment. We'll find out about the bandits later. And now these weird zombie things started showing up. We're trapped. Okay, so Ralph's in a bit of trouble, and it's going to be up to us and Dr. Verstwagen to save him. Oh dear, we've got something behind us. And the zombies are here, but it's good news because we have a new weapon, flame turrets. It tells us a little bit about them there. So here come some zombies. We better build some defences, I guess. So we've got various different defences here. We've got some flame turrets. Let's build a couple of those. One there and one there. Why not? That should keep us protected for a while. So just to have a little look at the screen here, you've got sort of lots of different terrain types. Most of them are largely unimportant apart from where you can build things. Over here though, you've got some coal. This is the black stuff here, and let's skip through that. And over here we've got garbage spills. Now these are bad because some of the zombies will spawn in those, so we need to get rid of them. So we'll build an engineer.
Engineer.
There we go. Engineers will clear up these spills and get rid of them for us. Over here, this green and brown stuff tells us basically where the zombies will come from. So on this level, they can only come in from this side. So we have a new thing we can build, that's mines, and in this case we've got metal and coal. Well, there's no metal to mine anywhere, but we have got some coal, so let's dig up some coal. Okay, and our new mission now is to build a new coal plant. So once again, we've got lots of different power plants we'll eventually be able to build. For the moment, we can only build coal power plants. There we go, and Ralph's got a bit of a cough going on here. Right, yes, now we built these coal power plants, and building these power plants that generate energy, which is extremely important. You really can't do anything without energy. We are generating smog, which basically air pollution. This is bad, because the more smog you have, the tougher the monsters get, so we need to keep it as low as possible. Problem is, to build a bigger base with more stuff, you need to generate smog, and well, it all goes horribly wrong. But there is an answer to it, and that comes in the form of science. And we have to build a laboratory. So here's a laboratory. Let's build one of those. Labs will generate these research points, and that will, as you get more research points, you can upgrade various different things. You'll notice over here on the energy, incidentally, I might as well mention this. This large number represents the amount of energy you've got. You don't want it to go to zero. I cannot stress that enough. And over here is the little green. That's good. Green number means we're gaining energy. We're generating more energy than we're using. The bigger your base gets, the more energy you use up. So you've got to keep an eye on that and make sure that doesn't get too low. Okay, so we've got to produce 100 research. We're nearly there, 85. Smog's looking kind of bad though, so that's not good news at all. We'll have to do something about that. Okay, so now we can upgrade our coal plants. And you click on that, on the coal plant, you click on upgrade, and you can generate to the next level. And the good news about going up in a level, not only does the coal plant generate more power, and we get more energy, but it will generate less air pollution. And that's quite important, especially at the moment, as, well, we have an awful lot of smog. But we've generated enough energy with our coal power plants. We can skip through that, and that is the end of chapter 2. And we got ourselves, well, another 1,000 points, which is pretty good, giving us 3,000 in total. So let's click OK and move on to chapter 3. Okay, so we're going to get some more of our buttons here. Eat, drink, and blow stuff up. That sounds like an interesting chapter. Let's see what we can do. So our first objective is we need to build 4 farms. Yes, one thing we haven't looked at yet is food. Without food, your buildings don't work properly. Without energy, they don't work properly. So you kind of need food and energy. So that's very important. We have a new terrain type, or a couple of new terrain types. Over here we have some metal, and here we have grass, and that's good for, well, making food. So we can build some farms. Let's skip through and build some farms. F shortcut. Some of the buildings, you'll notice, I've got these little gold stars on the middle. That means you built them in a good place. I can build farms on these other terrains, or many of them, not on coal, not on metal either, and probably not on these oil fields. But if you build them on their preferred terrain, you get a bonus. They generate more efficiently. So the little stars tell us that. So let's build our 4th one. Okay, so Ralph's happy. He's eating some good stuff. And now we need to get some metal. So we need to build some metal mines. Back to our mines. There we are. Metal is now on there. And we'll build a couple of 3 of them. 3 of them we'll have. We can see down here is the area that the zombies will come in from the bottom. So that's really, we don't need to worry about being attacked from behind up there. Now at this point, it's probably a good idea to start building some defences. So I think we will, well, we'll play the game. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure they'll tell us to start defending ourselves soon, because time's cracking on. So we got the metal stockpiled, and we've got some bad guys coming out, and we've got to build some turrets. Yeah, quick, get some turrets in place. That's very sound advice. So prepare defences is our new objective, and we have gun turrets, floodlights, and flame turrets. Quite a lot of things there, and as you can see, gun turrets use up the metal for bullets. Floodlights use energy, which we seem to have a reasonable amount of, but not much coming in. And then you've got flame turrets that use up oil or natural gas. Well, there's our oil, but we don't have a ready income of oil at the moment, so we'll probably stay clear of those. Gun turrets seem to be the way forward. So let's build some. It's a good idea to get a nice spread of gun turrets. I'm probably putting these far too close, actually, but we'll give it a go anyway. Let's see how we get on with that. We have some gun turrets, we've got some defences there, we've got our mines, farms, it's all looking good really. So, lock and load, boys. Well, certainly will, Dr. Verstwagen. Absolutely. Survive the zombies. Easy mission? Hopefully. There's their guns shooting up, and actually I've just realised that I've only got one line of defence, so if the zombies do get through, they're going to kind of destroy my little base before it's really got going. But we seem to be shooting alright so far. These little blue puddles we've got going on down here, bluey purpley things, that's oil fields, and I'm sure we'll get to those very shortly. Okay, all hostiles have been neutralized, ma'am. That's good, thanks, Ralph. Let's move on. So what do we got to do now? Build an oil well. Okay. Built an oil well, that gets us oil and gas, is one of the things that generates. And there we go. So we've got some natural gas and we can build a new type of power station. So that's good news. Gas power stations are, well, they basically produce less pollution than coal power stations do. And that's quite important because smog is already up to 50. And that's going to give us bigger bad guys. So let's see what we're going to do next. Okay, so we're going to upgrade our natural gas fuel. And that's basically on our vehicles, on our garbage trucks. And we should be able to make them better. Of course, we haven't actually got any yet, so let's make some. Build a landfill and get some garbage trucks.
Garbage truck. Garbage truck. Garbage truck. Garbage truck. Garbage truck.
There we go. So I like to have a few of them. And now what we're going to do is, you see our coal is running out. I'm actually going to disable my coal power station because we've got plenty of energy. What we do need though is some more labs. So I think we'll have a couple of those so they can get some research, and then we can click on one of the garbage trucks, and we've got now different sorts of fuels. At the moment we can only use petrol or gasoline. So if we click on upgrade, we've got actually 4 different types of fuels that we can use. So gasoline, natural gas, ethanol, and electric. Well, our mission is to upgrade natural gas, so we'll do that. There we go, and that should reduce our smog over time. And now we've got to produce 100 food. Well, we're pretty close to that already, so that's good news. Our garbage trucks will continue to go around and get all this rubbish and stick it in the landfill over here. We're at 2.7% already. The others, though, we'll be able to use those later on. We can recycle them and start generating other things from them. Okay, so we've got plenty of food. Ralph again happy. And there's the end of the 3rd chapter. Quite a few points there, 4,500. Giving us a total of 7,600, which is pretty good. Happy with that. And I think what we'll do at this point is I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to stop this chapter. I will come back and finish off the rest of the campaign. But for now, I'm going to leave it where it is, and we'll see how we can get on. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.